Okay, I don't know if everything's up and running, so hopefully it is. Let's do a post on Discord. So cool. Full screen. Hopefully that means it's working. Testing. Cool.
It's our favorite potion. Come on, baby, let me tell you one time that our days will never end, yeah. No, our days will never end, yeah. No. Come on, baby, let me tell you one time that our fire got a love it till you never break apart. And we're moving away to the sea. Moving away, can't you see?
Okay. Right. Alright, first time opening Discord in a couple of days, and it is absolutely nuts. At least my messages are. Michael, howdy. Hopefully everything's set up correctly. Let people trickle in. I also need to do a Patreon post. I've just seen I've got a bunch of private messages through Discord, and as normal, it's filled with some very strange stuff. Which I'm trying to wrap my head around. But give us a minute and we'll get set up and we'll jump right in.
Get off your seat, clap your hands to the beat, grab your champagne glass tonight. We toast to freedom in the Caribbean, yeah, in the Caribbean, yeah. Dan, 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 smoke, 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 fire it up, let our lanterns paint the
Mushrooms done. Tag. Okay, that should be done. I put that in the wrong post on Patreon, but that's fine. I imagine it'll be okay for this. I don't think I am streaming to Twitch. I don't think it's worth doing right now. Square Peg, hello. What are we working on today? So over Christmas, there seems to be some stuff, stuff wrong with the GDXR template. I fixed a bunch of it during the holidays and on a train while I've been away. I've changed some stuff. So the idea is to just go through, fix some things that I've kind of broke in the 5.5 version, and then kind of just roll with it and see what we can get done, and go from there. Michael, did you roll back your Fab GDXR template to an older, simpler version? No, I have not. No. Is there a specific reason you're asking that? Is something wrong with it? Oh man, it's so cold here. Keep getting snow warnings. Oh. Valdigan, hey, I got to run, but just want to stop by and say hello and welcome back. Thank you. No worries at all. Hopefully do some more of these over the next couple of weeks. If we can figure out why Unreal just crashed on me. I didn't do anything. I didn't even get a warning. What's going on? Alright, we'll deal with that. Oh. God, I do need to go through Discord and answer people's questions because I got a few of them. I've got some very strange Discord messages while I've been away, like. I've got more normal ones, but just some weird ones. But I haven't really had a chance to have a proper look. Michael, yeah, it didn't have some things that were previously in it. For example, the shooting range. No, it might be worth clearing your cache and having a look. It should 100% be in there. I haven't removed anything. Like, it's all still in there. It's got more stuff. So I'd make sure you're using the right template. If you booted up the light version, then that would be a simpler project. So it could be that. So, because there's the light version, and then there's the normal version, which is considered simpler. So make sure you're using the correct one. That's most likely the cause of that issue. Show game. Hey Jonathan, happy to see you back. It's nice to be back. I've been kind of getting twitchy to get back on the computer. So it is quite nice. I've been trying to do little things here and there. Fix a bunch of stuff in the template and improve performance. So been going through a lot of different things. I've done a sort of localization for the hand menu. Which I do need to sort out a little bit more. There's some project settings actually, which I need to do, remember how to do, but also figure out what kind of localization people would be after. Won't be much, it'll just be an example of what you can do with it. It's advanced, there it is. So yeah, but I've already gone through and modified the hand menu. I don't know if we can jump in. I don't know why it flashes. It only flashes when I'm doing a stream. But I'm currently working on fixing the height adjustment. I rejigged some code around. So even though we go in there, we can then go to camera and then move ourselves up around. I got smooth this time out. Camera, UI, city. Snap 15. There we go. I've got to fix climbing. I changed these meshes around to reduce the number of draw calls on mobile using Reddit so I've accidentally broke the climbing grabbing. So I might have to redo that back, but I'm not entirely sure. We'll take a look. Then we've got all the guns. I think the shotgun I need to fix positioning. No, not too bad. That's alright. I might have sorted it. It's been so long I can't remember what I fixed and what I haven't. Which is good. And then I've got these two, and then I've got this respawning, which is good. I've got a new hand menu, which I need some little icons to go across the bottom. Which I want to adjust the colours of as well, the colour gradings. It's a little bit washed out. But overall it's doing pretty good. Maybe speed up the hand animation stuff. But I've done a lot of optimization over the last week or so to try and get this a lot faster on Quest. And just mobile in general, which has been quite good. And then I need to fix the collisions on that mesh because I redesigned it and then modify it a little bit more as well. But more ladders, but I need to fix the meshes so we can actually climb them and go from there. So there's pretty much climbing. The character height is the main thing. Collision. I also modified a lot of the meshes, so I've unified those. And the idea is to just improve the amount of draws. So if we bring this in, and then I do a render dock, we can go back into here now. And then we should be able to just scrub through. Where are we? There's our frame. It's going to show all of them. That's fine. I don't have Android on. But I've gone through and reduced the number of draws. So you can see there we've got this mesh. Instead of having two separate ones, we've just got the one. So it works a little bit easier. So it's one instance of the mesh that's loading in, which is good. So we kind of go through and see how it's all loading in. Okay. Show game. Any plans on doing some documentation or video tutorial for correctly using the new grabbing system? Yes, 100%. I'll be getting it done. Ideally next week. I want to get this sorted and updated. But for the grabbing system, it's relatively simple. So if you go to the hands, so demo content, VR hands, Mannequin XR, we find the meshes and we take the right hand. You can go in there and you can add sockets. So you can see here we've got a left hand and a right hand. You can control which one is on it. Anything on the root will apply to the left and right hand. But if you put it on a specific hand, it will apply to only that hand. I've done it so they're both on each one. So if you were to swap them out, you can have more control over it. It's a bit of a pain, to be honest. But overall, it's a lot easier because you can also use the mirroring tool to mirror your hands if you need to. So you've got that. And then in the grab component, so grab component for this gun should edit blueprints. Grab component. We've got grabbing. So we've got these ones here. And then we've got different sections for like what you want to do with them, and then socket name. So as long as you add the socket name right and left, you should be good to go. Galvanic, yo! So good to see you today. It's good to be back. How am I doing? I'm doing alright. I'm doing alright. I need to take a little bit of time and kind of take a little bit of a break. I was getting some pretty bad burnout, but I'm doing alright. Kind of getting back into it. Super simple. But yeah, where was I? I was talking about using render docs for optimization. So what I want to show you is we want to look for the ladder mesh. Find this beautiful little thing. That's the instance. So we keep going. There we go. So previously, we were loading in each blueprint as a separate one, but now it's red ladder or one and then 8 instances. So I could probably reduce that down to 1 mesh to be fair. Well, I thought I did. But that's why I broke it. So I need to sort this out. Also, my grab component's not shown correctly. Where's all my grab component settings? I should be able to go to grab component and then get the grabbing section, but it's not showing up in here. Ah. Is that gonna be better? We're gonna crash again now, I don't know why. Due to stress. Yeah. Sorry to hear that. Keep you up good healthy. So stressed about the streams. It's not you guys stressing me out. Honestly, it's fine. I think it was a case of just doing too much, especially with a house move and then going everything without trying to slow down a little bit. And then Christmas was just absolutely nuts. It was just like, oh. It was like a weird addiction as well. I was sat on the sofa, just wanted to get on the computer and just like build something, which is not great. So I'm gonna start trying to take it a little bit easier in a way. Maybe slow down some. Show game and also Fab. Nope, Fab's still fucked. I've had to apply for a brand new passport. So it came to Christmas. To be fair, the Fab stuff is the reason for that I haven't been too well. Where's my emails? I'll find it. So you guys know what's going on. Where is it? Fab failed. So yeah, so this was the 30th of December. And where's chat so I can see you guys? So 30th of December, I had to email them being like my Fab verification failed again, and I didn't know whether I was going to get paid. So I kind of had to just keep emailing them, and then I think I put photos of ID in there, so I won't open that email. But basically I had to email them a picture of the ID that I was using, and then the system. And the basis is that it turns out when I upload my ID, it's failing, it's triggering fraud prevention. So for some reason, it's not going through, and then it just kind of screws it up. But luckily, I was able to get an actual like human response, like a genuine, like really good response. So my seller status is still active to receive payments, and that should be till the end of February. So I've now got a direct line of communication with somebody here, as long as I reply to this one. And then I still get paid with it as well. But they're waiting for my passport, which will be good. But yeah, it's basically appears to be fraud prevention, something to do with third party that is triggering it, which is really bad. So I've had to spend like 80 quid on a new passport and wait for that to get delivered, and then try again, which is It sucks. It's been really stressful. Um, it missed your streams this morning by 70 minutes. Ooh. And also fab. No, she's wrote, I will be streaming a lot later in the day tomorrow. Nice. I'll drop by. And Lil Gnome, I feel that I ended up working my entire pay time off on my game project. See, I don't mind working on like fun projects. I think it was just a case of moved house in September, then everything else in the meantime trying to get that sorted, and then doing updates on this, which didn't really go all that well. There's been some errors in it. So you've all been fantastic. Like everyone's been fantastic. But it makes me like just gives me anxiety for getting it sorted. So it's been just like the last 3 months. It just feels like I haven't stopped. Can you please bring the mic nearer? I thought my mic's loud. It's going through OBS. It's like I'm shouting at it. I need a new one, to be fair. I could definitely do with getting a new one. But yeah, it's just been so nuts that it's just been stressful as all hell. So I think I just got a burnout. Like I can't remember if I said on past streams at the beginning of December, but I got really close to just kind of giving up. Like I was that burnt out, I considered just packing it all in. So I do client work for a company 2 days a week, and it's so much fun. Like I really love it, but I can't talk about any of it. So the idea was like I could, in theory, just kind of pack everything in and do that full time. But I feel guilty of like just stopping. I enjoy this. This is basically a hobby I turned into a job. So being able to do this and work on it, it's so much fun. But that said, I do need to get this template sorted so I can just have a break from it. But yeah. Square peg, sorry to go through that. It's alright. I think everybody goes through it. It's the joys of game dev, isn't it? We all get there at some point. Like I've been working on this template for almost 3 years now, I think. So it's come a long way and it's working quite well. That was a test delay node that I put in there because my camera height adjustment isn't firing correctly. But yeah, with my wife not being very well and then the little one getting ill, it's just been like rapid fire. Girl Panic, please don't stop, we need you. That's the thing. I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop. I just need to figure out a way to make things easier. But that's literally make things easier. How can I make videos easier to get them edited, uploaded, and out? How do I get the time to learn new features in Unreal without falling behind because I'm working on this? Because this is taking a lot of time. So it's just one of those things where I've just got to sort out my schedule, get it all sorted, and then go from there. But yeah, it's fun. It's all the stuff I've got to do. It's the nature of things. Sometimes you just got to walk away for a bit, especially when more pressing matters come up. Yeah. I think it hits me a little bit different. I just get feel guilty. But yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff I want to do and sort out. I'm going to try and get that all kind of into a flow for the beginning of next week. So today, tomorrow, we just kind of chill and sort some stuff out in this, and then go from there. Which should be good. I'm happy with how far this has come, and then what we've got in it, which is even better. The one thing that is pissing me off though is I need to figure out how to do this rotational dial, so when I can grab it, I can turn it and then back and forth. And I'm pretty sure I've got most of the blueprints people need to build like every game. Yeah. Oh, Galvanic, I fixed collisions in the drawers as well. Or I believe I did. Can't remember if I broke it again. So yeah, it's got like it's got new key card and then the 4 cubes. Should be able to go in. Oh, then they'll be in there. The card's not. I don't know why the card's not. Oh, the card's not because of the size of it. There it is. And then that one will fall through. Yeah, it's because it's thin. That's what turns out that was doing the issue with it. But yeah. I also spent like 6 hours on a train the other day localizing this. Like, absolutely no reason to do so. Nobody asked for it, but it means that the menu can now be localized a lot easier. So we go to Tools, Localization Dashboard. Wait there while I remember how to do that. English. Oh, I don't have another language. I don't have another language set, so add language. Let's do like Spanish. So Spanish. Native is going to be English. Yes. Edit translation for this culture. So gather text. Yeah. A lot isn't already. Cool. Yeah, I think I need to kind of take a break and just stop adding new content to this. Fix all the bugs, get them all sorted out. And kind of just go from there. I think it would be the smartest thing to do. Like, I'll definitely be back. I'll add new stuff all the time, but I just need a break from it. Thank you for your content. You're absolutely welcome. It's been a lot of fun. It's nice being back. Honestly, I feel like I said, it's like an addiction. Okay, word count, gather, I'm gonna have to have a look at this because I cannot remember what I'm doing. I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna really mess it up. But either way, I've got a new string table in here which can be exported out as a CSV, and then you can kind of go in there and modify whatever the hell you want in here and then import it back in. I don't know if it's the best quality, but I think as an example it will work absolutely fine. But this string table is just for the settings menu, which will be good. Yeah, I'll change that now. I think you're speaking in the backside of your mic. Can you rotate it? I don't know if I can. I can take that off. How's that? Or do I just need to buy a new one? If I put that there, is that any better? I can also turn the decibels up. See, I don't know whether I need a new microphone or if I've just got it in the wrong place. I did also take the little sound muffle off. Completely 100% better. Okay, let's leave it like that then. I can also have a look for a new mic. Move it a little bit closer. Right, we've been chatting. I need to fix the character height adjustment. It works, but it's not applying from the save game to the character, which it should do. Huh. Set camera height. Let's do... I'm just going to do 3 seconds just so I can see if it's actually pulling in a value and then go from there. See, it comes up with a value of 0, but it should... I'm pretty sure it should have something set by default. Save game, character settings. Just play a camera height. do this. We should be taller. Ooh, it came in a 0 again. Resetting. Why would it reset? I'm not opening anything. It now exists inside of a component, which we have here in its sets. Event graph, event begin play, current player height. We are resetting it. Let's have a look. So it's on 0, which will be because it reset it. So then I need symbols for these. I need like a general settings, so maybe like a little house, and then a floppy disk, and then a settings, a little cog icon for these. But yeah, I redesigned the menu. What do you think of it? So much better, I think. Okay, camera. Adjust it, make ourselves taller, which is fine. And then close, and we should hopefully open up to be taller. Ah, we popped in. Right, so that pop is what I was trying to fix before I broke it, which is good. So I might not need that little bit of code there then, which is good. What I could probably do is... Oh, the 3 seconds would be the popping for the height. If I just change this to here, let's see what happens. There we go. Right, and now, there's no reason I can't take this, put that in here. VR game instance, there. Pop this in there. So now the player height stuff should be contained in its own component. And then hopefully we don't get no popping. There we go, make ourselves really small. Woo. Yeah, I need to change the collisions on these walls. Boom. So we close it, and then when we press play now, it should be at the same height. No. Okay. Could this be... I wonder if we're in a race condition. I wonder if this component's loading before the save game, so this doesn't trigger. Which we can just test by doing print screen. I also think that I have fixed the loading issue with using Virtual Desktop and Steam Link. I think I fixed those by actually removing Pinfire. Okay, so let's do... Oh, I've still got it in here. -40, there it fired. But it didn't change the height. Yeah, I think I fixed it by removing the game instance splash screen on initialize. Right, there we go. Right, so this logic works, but we don't really want it to be when the screen says fade. We wanted to do it before the screen fade. So let's see if we can just delete that. See if we can do this. No. We're getting the -40, that's reading through here. I didn't set the camera, did I? Did I? -40. Something's not getting a reference. It could be character height. What I could do is get where did I put the screen fade? I can't remember where I put my screen fade. I think the screen fade exists inside of the player, which I do believe I get from somewhere. Oh, I also changed some stuff around, so we're not using timers anymore. We're using just an event tick, which should be good. Light mode, galvanic. Oh, you could totally do that. Oh my god, it's so easy to get distracted. Do dark mode in the settings. Where'd you put it though? Did you put it in the settings menu? Oh, have you guys seen this? So this is really cool. Wait there, I want to see if I can do a clip. Add stream marker. Stream marker added. Okay, so in 5.5 they've added a new thing called a UMG preview. So in here I've got this widget preview. So if you right click and you go to user interface, you've got now a widget preview, and if you create this and then open it up, what you can do is you can find your widget on the right hand side. So let's say I want to work on my settings menu. I can actually go in here, find general menu, and then when I click, it will actually open it up. So when I test it in here, I can go through the whole thing. So if I close this, then I can show you this settings menu preview that I've got. So this is what I use to build the menu without having access to my headset, or at least all the time. So now in here I can see it, I've got it loaded in, and I can actually go through and test it without having to put the headset on and test with a widget interaction every time. And then I can go in there and see what's going on. For example, movement right now, we're on snap rotation, but it's showing smooth rotation speed. So I know that I've got to change it. So if I open this up, widget main menu, then what I can do is go to the settings, find my editor interface. I've also redesigned all of the UMG, so it's so much cleaner. So smooth rotation's on by default, and that's inside of this one. What I can do is I can just set this to 1, hit compile, and when I go back to that preview now and click it, I can go to my settings menu, scroll down, and it's going to update. And then I can test the whole thing. I don't know why it keeps popping up there. The widget preview is paused while the window is in the background. Refocus to unpause. Oh, it's because I'm using little drop-down menus. It's technically putting another window on top of it. But yeah, this made it 1,000 times easier to go through and redesign the entire UI menu. But yeah, so if you've got the GDXR template, I've gone through and redesigned the whole thing, so it's a lot cleaner and everything's already set up with you in little like core widget prefabs, so you can go in and then modify those. But Galvanic's just gave me the idea of doing a dark mode, so I might be able to set something up in there to kind of flick it and then do it that way, which could be cool. But yeah, we'll fix this height issue first, and then we'll come back to that, which will be good. But yeah, I just thought I'd show that off. I thought it was a really handy tool, just being able to load it up and test all your UI stuff without having to put a VR headset on and kind of go into it. It works really well. I'll do a marker so I can clip that. Can't wait to play around with it. Honestly, like, I'd just do it right away if you're in 5.5 already. Just literally widget preview and then add it in there. Like, you can open it up and you can see how it's scaled now for the UI. So I've got it all scaling correctly. It's like things all work properly, and it's just it makes life so much easier. Snap, smooth, and then you come back in, it'll update. There's so much. It's been really nice to do. The only thing that I would like would be like a data table. So having a data table which has all of your UI settings in it, so like font size and scale. I know you have the widget blueprint or the enhanced widget interaction. I can't remember what it's called. What's it called? The new system where it was like the UI design stuff. Either way, they've got all that kind of things, and then you can set them all up as presets. But it would be really nice to have that for the old system. We'll have to wait till my next project, check it out. Once I install 5.5, I don't think I'll be able to resist updating my 5.3 to project to 5.5. There's a big jump in between. If you're planning on going from 5.3 to 5.5, you really should go from 5.3 to 5.4, fix everything there, and then go up to 5.5, like step it. I think if you go from 5.3 straight to 5.5, you're going to have an absolute nightmare problem. So just keep that in mind while you're doing it. Why does Unreal keep crashing on my freaking laptop? I'm also going to do a full tutorial video breakdown on RenderDoc, which will be up on Patreon next week. For everyone showing how to improve projects. That's exactly why I don't want to. Yeah, I definitely don't. If you've got no reason to upgrade, there's absolutely no point doing it. We're not keeping the height. Or at least we're not setting the height after we start. Which is the last little problem. This little pain in the ass. Current project almost done. When will it come out for common fuxer? I'll probably do a more broken down version for the YouTube channel, and then do like an hour-and-a-half one for the Patreons and YouTube members, because there's a lot in it, and I want to cover quite a bit to show different ways of using it. But I'll do a video for YouTube setting it all up, and then I'll do a more in-depth one for everybody else. But it'll be on the minimum tier, so it'll be on like the £5 tier. Thank you. So shouldn't be too bad. We've done that. We've got the character going. This is fine. Game essence. Character. I need the screen fade. So my screen fade logic exists inside of my static mesh component. I have a feeling that this is going to confuse people, and I need to do documentation on it. But if you right click on the screen fade and you open it up, it actually has all the screen fade logic inside of that static mesh component. So static mesh component, and then it all exists in there, which is a little bit confusing, but it tidies it all up rather nicely. By the way, question: when bacon lights and when I load a new level into the scene while playing, all the shadows are fucked up in the new level. What do you mean by fucked up? Are they popping in? Like, is it taking a second for them to load in, or are they all completely messed up? Because that would be the main thing to look at. Motion tool, screen fade. Fade in. In. I've already got fade in begin. Oh, I've got that in my game instance. Fade in complete, fade out complete. That should be fine. So I could do game instance, fade and begin. There we go. Question earlier, cool. No, it's getting pixelated. Or not loading in, or completely wrong. How many do you have? That's going to be the main question, because if it's pixelated or not loading in, it sounds like you might have too many, or they're too high, and the headset can't handle it. So if you go to world settings, and then you go to light mask settings, and then advanced. I always forget you can just go straight to advanced. You want to check your light maps, and see here this level's got 324 light maps. You want to see how many you've got. Ideally, you don't want light maps. You would do everything baked in, but it's not that simple in most cases. That's on 1024. I might have changed mine, Galvanic Freak, a lot. If you've got a lot of light maps in the thousands, ooh, you might need to look at level streaming and breaking up your levels a little bit more. Like, it's pretty bad. Like, I've only got 324 in here, so it loads up, but that's 324, like, 1024 textures. That's been overlaid on, baked in. In the thousands. Ouch. That hurts me. I don't think I've got the epic. I don't think I've got any of the epic templates downloaded. No. Otherwise, I'd load them up. In the thousands. That's a bit brutal, that, like. Still don't think that loaded up. We're at 60. Oh, I think we did. Settings, camera. There we go. Settings, camera, reset. Don't think that's the correct height. But might be alright. Okay, we fixed that. Do some debugging later on. I need to enable preview platform Android. Actually, let's do generate platform. Android, and then we should be able to preview via JSON and open up our Quest platform. And then this is what it's going to look like on Quest. Oh, I also went through and made a much simpler sky sphere material. It's not dynamic, it won't take anything, it's just a static mesh. But it made things a lot better for shader complexity and quads. Or at least it did last time I checked. No, my luck, it's probably broke now. There we go. So you can see the scene is still pretty good. So it's a lot better than what we've had in the past, which is really nice. Josh, yeah, dude, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well. I was going to do some posts on like Patreon and Discord, but I knew that if I opened it up, I would just be like overwhelmed. I was like, I can't do this right now. It was nuts. Cool. Transparency goes quite high on that one. That could probably do with its own plane. Yeah. Starting area is 310, then 158, 68, 1,816. The last 210 for the demo level. Damn. Yeah, I'd look at seeing if you can group some stuff together to kind of reduce that number of light maps. For example, in here, I merged all of these little blocks into, I call them bookmarks, as one part, so it actually has one light map now, instead of each one having their own individual mouse. So you can see how it goes in there. Whereas they had their own individual pieces before. This grid material does my head in because it's so not optimized. It's even because of this borderline texture. But this the thing is too much optimization. And I keep focusing on that and it's really annoying. Hopefully this doesn't crash out on us. Galvanic, if you can download RenderDoc and set that up with Unreal, you should be able to get a better idea of what's going on with it. The one thing I'm trying to figure out is understand the profiler tool in a lot more detail as well. Like working with the Epic Profiler is just, it's like jumping in the deep end of a pool without knowing how to swim. And trying to figure it out. It's just, it's an absolute nightmare in a way, but it's fantastic as well once you learn. Oh, I don't know whether I've crashed Unreal or if we're actually doing something. Oh, there we go. Cool. So yeah, if we jump back in and it compiles shaders, it should be a lot brighter. Not by much, but it's still better. But yeah. But merging will kill my HISM and ISM setup. there must be other things that you would be able to do to improve it. Like, uh, it's what would be a good way? The other option is to merge assets into one mesh in a room and then bake lighting and external software directly into the base color maps, same as what Meta do with their demo templates. But that is a really big thing to sort out. 710 instructions. So annoying. Cool. Oh. Yeah. I have RenderDoc, but I'm not good with it. To be fair, I'm still trying to figure out RenderDoc all like in depth, but there's not really that much to the program that is in there really. It's just a case of getting it set up. But the great thing about RenderDoc is you can actually link it to your Quest and pull a GPU screenshot straight into the software and go from there, which is quite nice. So if I open up RenderDoc, I have my Quest 3 already connected to the headset. If I go down here in the bottom left, I can actually select my Oculus Quest, and then it says running remote server command. So that should load up, and then in the headset, depending which screen I'm on a loading screen. Come on. I might have to back out. There we go. So I get a screen in the middle that says settings, all file access, render doc CMD, not allowed, not allowed. I want to set them to allowed. Render doc. I only did it on the Pro before, so that's now allowed. And then what I can do is I can go to launch application, and if I find which one was it? Was it this one? Yeah, so if I go to executable path, and then I select it, you can see everything that I've got installed on my Quest headset. So I can then go into, let's pick something, Epic Games, T-Rex Pass. No, Robo Recall. Let's boot up Robo Recall. So I can hit OK. And then executable file, do OK. Not set up for application, so we just click that. In order to debug, package must be in debug. Okay, so Robo Recall is not in debug. Must be. I must have something in here. I've got my own stuff that I could do, but it'll be more fun if I can find one that's someone else's. Crisis Brigade, is that going to do it? No, nobody uploads in debug mode. Okay, I'll just have to do one that I've got. Where is it? GDXR UVRT. That's going to be in debug mode. So I can select that, and then we're in here. So now in the headset, what I can do is I can actually go in. I can load up that application. So hidden. Have Epic changed it around? Where's my unknown sources? I can't remember. Applications. Oh, there it is. Applications, GDXR, UVRT. So this is an old build on here. So if I go somewhere where I know we have a frame stutter, or at least we used to, it's actually running pretty damn smooth in this. What I can do is I can look where I want to take the screenshot, And then what I can do is I can do, where is it? Capture. Oh, I'd selected it. I didn't launch it. Wait there. Wait. And then I can just hit launch. I forgot about that one. So there, if I launch it there, it's going to launch in the headset. Now I've got it. Cool. And then if I look here, what I can do is I can capture frame immediately. And then that's what I see in the headset. So with that done, what I can do is I can see now the entire pass of what's happening on the GPU. So as we scroll through it, you can see our timings and how it's rendering in the device. And then I can go through. So in here, if I click the little clock in the top, I can see all my times. And then text review, and what I can do is I can go through, scroll in, and then start loading in what's happening on the GPU. And then slowly bring that all in so I can then see how long things are taking. It's like in 1,000 milliseconds or something, US. I'm not entirely sure what the context was. But now I've got my timings on the left. I can see how long things are taking to load in. And nothing's really standing out. Everything takes about the same. So really, it's not actually that bad. And that's just for the color pass. But we can see how different UI elements are being drawn in. So the more you use it, the more you can kind of get an idea of what's happening. Yeah. National, I am Songman. Good to know. Thanks for dropping by. Is there a way to stop assets to get shadows? Just stop assets to get shadows. Or while baking all of them will be baked at the end of the day. Is there a way to just stop assets to get shadows? So you want to tell an asset to not bake shadows. The only way I know that is to do unlit, or you can disable cast shadows. So you can select a mesh and then just do cast shadow. So you can do it that way. But I don't actually think there's a way to be like, here, this asset you're not going to build any shadows for. Otherwise it would just be an unlit material. If you don't want it to build shadows, actually, you would just change it to movable. That would make more sense. Yeah. National, I had messages sent to you. Where did you send them? Discord gets spammed quite often, so I don't see them on there. If it's on Patreon, I don't think I've got any. Songman. Alright, I've got you on Discord. I'm not too sure why it's just like it's Monday with a spinning chair gif. I've been away. It's been Christmas. I haven't been here. I also don't understand what your question... You sent me messages asking if you could ask me questions. That's what the Discord's there for. Ask in the Discord. ask your questions in the Discord and other people will be able to answer them. Well, I'm not really sure what you're kind of going for. Do you know everything about Unreal Engine, like everything? No. I don't think anybody knows everything about Unreal. It's a huge project. It's a huge program, to be fair. I don't think everybody can know everything about Unreal. Galvanic like for roofs. You can always just set the override light map to like 3 or 4, so it's only 4 pixels. Why wouldn't you want a roof to receive shadows? You just added clouds or something. You don't particularly need roofs to receive shadows because they might not actually be able to see it by the player. If a player can't see it, you don't need it. But I'll go from there. I'm just watching Songman's messages disappear in Discord. What's going on? Alright, made that full screen so I can't see it. Oh god, that green tint makes me look ill. Yeah. But yeah, not every case you need lighting to be built. If you don't, you can probably get away with just removing those meshes if possible. Cool. Okay. Let me have a look at the collision boxes on these because I've got a feeling they might not be set up correctly. But it'll still get baked and the maps get counted at the end of the day. They're not individual maps. So if you look at them, they're typically combined. So you can see that it takes different elements and then bakes them on top. So they kind of merge together and go from there. National, do you have courses that can teach others? No, just the YouTube videos. I've got courses on the Patreon specializing in pass-through and mixed reality stuff. But that's about it. Why does it keep crashing? I need a new motherboard. New motherboard and a new CPU. National like me. I don't know. Do you have courses to teach others? I've got courses on the Patreon, and I've got all the YouTube videos. No, they are never seen. Then why have them included in the mesh? Yeah. Visibility collision. Okay, Gigabyte. I've got a Asus Strix or something like that, and it's been fine. I've had it for years. I don't even know if it would actually fix the issue. Okay, so if I can't crouch through here, it's something to do with the player capsule. Yeah. Let's debug it. Launch. What I'll do is we'll try and get this crouch at the sort out so I can actually go into the tunnel. It doesn't look very good, I need to fix the meshes. But then we can do a build and have it put on the headset. Okay. Right, so when I crouch, it's not changing the height of my capsule. That's why I can't get through the doors, which is really annoying. So I had that working. Why is it not working? Is it because I disconnected this cord here? I had this cord here originally and then I removed it. But I don't think this is what it was. No, it's not that one. National, you don't have to delete all your messages. Why did you delete all your... What? Okay. Just leave it at that. Right. Crouching. Click thumbstick, and then we crouch down using thumbstick. Is it because I didn't do that? What? National, sorry I had to. Okay. Whatever floats your boat. Chipco, sorry being busy with work. Don't apologize. Definitely do not apologize. What's the plan for today? Kind of bug fixing. More like emergency bug fixing. Kind of going from there. Right now we're working on fixing the character crouch. Because for some reason it's not changing the height of our player capsule collision. So I need to figure out what I've kind of fucked up. Which means is crouched true. Okay. We're crouching, don't do anything, that should be fine. It's like capsule half height, which is the logic that we've got. Oh, we did. I just deleted it, didn't I? Come back. There we go. Half height. Let's do like 10 and see if this actually updates. Let's all like the stream to help with the algorithm. I appreciate it. Oh no, that's making me do like a little hop. Okay, that's fine. Capsule height. We don't need to worry about you. You're clearly not doing anything. Capsule settings. If I do that, let's do this like 40. Let's try. No, we're not changing, which is strange because we should do. Makes me think something down here, specifically this, is in crouch zone, automatic crouch. Let's try this. Oh. Nope. What bugs need fixing? Pretty much this crouching. I broke climbing for the ladders, so we no longer do that. That's pretty much the big one. And then everything else should be fine. But we'll go through it and we'll figure that out. I could do a change in the animations on the climbing, so you can see that it's not updating as well, which is a little bit of a problem. I also need to fix that one because I changed it. Oh, no. Yeah, no. Worry about punching stuff. So these, I merged them to stop the to improve collisions. not in collisions, to reduce draw calls. So it might not have changed the settings for that. World climbable. These complexes. Simple. That should do it. So yeah, there's just a couple of little things to sort out. Test menu things. We fixed the height adjustment. That's fine. I also created a master blueprint for these now. So the teleport pads that I used around, they're all done by a parent, which is good. And then that's pretty much it. So right now the crouching is the main one. Figuring out why our capsule isn't moving down. We're not climbing, so this is going to be firing on tick. I don't even need to check if it's worn. If it is worn, we're just doing it. Okay. Rodney, much better. Cool. Not too sure what we're referring to, but glad it's better. National, hey Jonathan, I also had a problem with the enhanced inputs not working at all. Now I'm using 5.4. I have no idea what you're doing to make it not work. That's the thing. I've got videos on the channel showing how to work with the enhanced input system. And there's loads of other people out there that have got the same. But once you get the hang of it, it is absolutely fantastic. I do highly recommend it. What would stop height updating? We're definitely updating if we move the headset up and down. Is it not adjusting? If I broke something a lot worse. So we've got it, it is moving up and down, which is good. So we do that. Okay. Right. So it's fine, but if we go into it and then we stand up, wonder if I subtract the amount, whether it will do it. Whoa. That wasn't meant to happen. What have I changed? I don't remember changing anything, but I remember having this issue before as well, where it just wasn't updating. And I cannot remember how I had it set up. Don't need view. No need for a new mic. Sound quality is good. Cool. Thank Galvanic for that one. And Jail, I think it was, for telling me to move it to the other side. I also took off the little sleeve. Yeah. Seems to be working. National Hedge, they also have a problem with the enhanced system. Read that. Need for a new mic. Sound quality is good. Cool. Can enhanced inputs work in actors if a set enhanced input is placed inside the actor and tried to a print string? Will it work, or does it only work with pawns? No, it works with any actor. That's what the enhanced input system does. It's a modular input system. So for example, if I go to my guns and open up the rifle, we have an enhanced input system that, where is it? Here it is. That when we grab our gun, we grab it by the trigger. It adds our mapping context for the hand that we're using into this actor, and then when we release it, we disable input and then we remove it. And that's controlled through our project settings, enhanced input system. Enhanced input, which has all our default mapping context here. Which is cool. And enable default mapping context, I'm pretty sure in here should be off. It's either there, I just broke it again. There we go. Cool. And you also have the enhanced show debug enhanced stuff equals 1, I believe, is to turn it on. And then we press play. Maybe not. Which one is it? I can't remember what the command is to turn it on. Maybe not. Either way, there's a debug option for showing enhanced input system. So developer to do. I don't know where it is in here. I just know the console command, but it doesn't seem to be doing it. Nope. No, maybe not. But either way, there's a debug console command. I'm pretty sure it should be that. Show debug enhanced input. Should then let us see what input mappings are being applied to the screen or to the project. But then again, there isn't any applied right now because I've got default turned off. It's not until the game starts that they get added in. I'll have a look because it's a handy tool for people. Where is it? UE5 enhance input debug. Show debug enhanced input. That's what we're doing, isn't it? Yeah. Have they changed it? Have I broke something? It's more likely I broke something. But yeah, it used to show up, and then you should be able to like go from there. Why would our capsule height not update based on crouching? we are crouched, we don't want to update this line of logic, otherwise it'll override it. So, set capsule half height. I'm pretty sure that's what I was using. But, didn't do it. This should not be the one. But then it updates randomly. How am I doing it was flying. Set capsule radius. And then I changed the VR origin. That's what we're doing, so let's see if this works. We'll go from there. What if without the grab component? I thought setting the mapping context was just get the controller wipe the target to add mapping context node. The event begin play. Well, if you don't have the grab component, it's not going to know that it needs to be grabbed. But you still need to tell the blueprint to set it all up. You need the input mapping context. You need to tell the project settings what it's going to use. So you need default input mapping contexts, input actions. There's a bunch of stuff you need for them. I don't really have the time right now to do a full tutorial, unfortunately. But I do have videos on the channel. I also have videos showing how to walk through the VR stuff. So how the VR template's made and how it sends the information to it. Okay, so we changed the height, but I fell through the floor instead. But we are changing the capsule height. I'm just sending the player directly through the floor. Whoa. I'm so short. Why am I so short? Up, up. I can't see. Can't see. Oh. And I go back to being real short. I don't know how I broke it so bad. Yeah, origin. I wonder if I could do this math and then just subtract from it instead of adding. I wonder if that would work. I don't have anywhere to get a crouch height. try something. Minus 50. That's gonna work. I got fat. I got fat. It's all way off. Goes to fix bugs, creates more bugs, mission failed successfully. Honestly, it's how it feels most times. How it feels all the time. Like, just genuinely. Tidy that up. I'm just not too sure why we're not updating the height. This controls our normal height. This is done by event tick now, so update capsule height fires this. We have is crouching. We say if it's true, we do not update any of this logic because we're changing it here. Kind of doing the same thing, but a little bit different. So is in crouch zone. Am I not setting as crouched? Is that the problem? We've got is crouch. Get player character. Target should be. Wait there. Get player character. See, is crouching is set by the character movement crouch. Variable, we want the movement component, so get component by class. Character movement component. Movement component. I think it is. Which one are we using? Character movement component, little symbol. Character movement component. And then. Movement is crouching. It's a bit like that. And then I'm pretty sure it would be same as what we had before, where I take this, put it in here. If this works, it means that we just got to reference that we're not setting properly. Half height, I'm going to do, like, I don't know, let's say 30, default 88. But we'll try that. And see if we actually shrink down a little bit. Nothing happened. Something's got to be going on here. There we go. Right, so it is. Now we're in full crouch mode. No. And that should be able to go be a little hidey hole. Ah. There we go. Oh, I stood up a little bit higher. Oh, I've got a volume in there that makes me stand. Right, but that works, but we no longer match our headset height. It doesn't update. So that's fine, that works. It's a race condition, we're not setting the boolean here, which is crouched. So Do we have a boolean? Is in crouch zone, force crouching. So the question is, where we're getting this is crouching. Player character. We don't need the player character. Let's just do a crouching in here. I think what I'm trying to do is, because I've got this crouch here, it was getting the character movement component, but it doesn't seem to be pulling it in. I don't think it's happening fast enough to go from here to the character back into the controller. I think that's what's happening. I'm kind of going from one to the other and back in, and it's causing a problem here. It's not getting the variable. So what I'm going to do is rename. Set this to is crouching. Plug that in there. And then if I have this set here, I'm going to do this there. So it happens before we start this, so it should cut this off. So this code no longer updates while this is firing. And then we can have this plugged in to like there. And then we see if that runs a little bit better. Because there's a box in here which forces the crouch. So like if you were to walk into it, it should make you crouch and then stand back up. But that's a little bit bugged as well. Okay, right. So we're normal height, crouch, then we're back, and then we go back up. And then if I stand up, should get our height. It's a little bit short. So something's not right. Math's a little bit wrong. But bloody working. And I had the I had the node in there set to 88, which would set it back to the default height, which is why it's not working. So I can't remember which node it is off the top of my head. But I know I've got it in the climbing graph. Or I used to. Thought I had more logic in here. Did I tied it all up? I might have tidied it all up. I thought I had way more logic in here. Damn. It's like capsule size. I think that might be the right one. I thought I had more logic in the climbing section. Like, where's it all gone? It's been one of those months where I can't remember what I've changed and what I've done. Set capsule size, go away you, and then event graph. Wendy. Target. I think that was the right way around. Let's have a look. Oh. Too big. We're popping up and we're clipping. which is why this is causing the problem. Do it that way. Do that and then set the half height. Whoa. Makes me big. Why does it make me big? What's in something in here is changing the height. What? Makes me fat. So you should be nice and skinny. So I don't think updating capsule height is going to do it. Update, but we can try. No. Only when we go back. Once we stand up, then it's doing it. This one, maybe? And then that might be causing the issue with this. Half height offset. Let me see what happens when I do this. Whoa. Oh. Why am I jumping? Okay. Well, that's definitely not that one. Oh. Nope, I missed it. If I press jump, I get absolutely launched. And then if I move. It's fun, but it's making me nauseous. Where's flying? That's the one that I'm looking for. If we are not flying, we want to be back to default event graph. Capsule settings. There we go. Let's set capsule settings before we tell it to update the height again. So it kind of resets it back. Set it to falling, it should be fine. We'll go from there. File, save all. National, hey, do you know anything about the first person template? Yeah, I've used it before. Cool. Crouch and then stand back up. We're big again. Why do we keep getting so fat? Capsule radius by default is 34. It should be fine. I don't know why we're getting so big. Like wide load. Did it change when I went down? What happened? I'm on the way down and then it changes to big. Okay. Let's go you and then crouch. No, that's fine. And then back up and then we get like twice the size. What's happening on the reverse, which is this line here. First time we press it, we're crouching. Second time we press it, we pop back up, we're uncrouching. And then we set the relative location for our capsule and then the radius, which is causing a problem. Are you changing overall scale somewhere? No, we're not. We're not changing any scales, which is why it's something to do with these on the reverse as it goes out. If we do it with flying, which is also a way of changing which kind of manages the change of the character height, pretty sure we go back to the correct position. So flying, our capsule's up here, that's fine. But we can float around, we can do what we need to do. And then settings, flying, we go back to smooth locomotion and teleport. We're the correct size. So that's working okay. So the question is, why is it when we go back to this one, we're not? We do flying. Flying movement. Then we do the same thing, set relative. New location minus 90. New location minus 90 and then track movement. That's gravity scale, that should be fine. I keep losing my event graph. Because it keeps overwriting the event graph that's in there. So that's the logic. Set relative. Minus 90 I could do. See if that works. Let's try that, see what happens. Why does the first person character does not need any set mapping contexts for the inputs to work? If I remember correctly, they're done through a character controller, aren't they? Wait there, I don't think I've got one. Be interesting. This'll only be quick. I'm not gonna spend 15 minutes on this. Let's launch it with first person, because I don't think I have any 5.5 versions already set up. I've got 5.4. First person. Let's have a look. We'll boot that up. First person. Mobile. Scalable, just so it's quick. How does the FPS template work? I spelled that wrong. I don't care. One day I'll spell template correctly the first time and the world will end. There we go. What am I getting? Only time I get WhatsApp messages while I'm working is my wife sending me Bluey Lego sets. Apparently it's been announced. Gonna have to spend money on Bluey Lego sets now. God damn. Have to save up. Alright, that's gonna compile shaders so we can do our own thing in a little while. So come back in 2 hours and we'll have a look at the FPS template. Big chungus again. We just keep going bigger. And nothing changed. Why did it do it? We'll test this, and I'm going to remove the uncrouch and see if that's got anything to do with it. Big. Let's see what happens here. We need that crouch. No, it's not the uncrouch node. That's fine. Okay, that helps. Capsule settings, self. We don't have a capsule, do we? Get component my class. Character, that's fine. Okay. Steam. One of you guys sending me friend invites on Steam. Sweep. Minus 90. Okay. I feel like I'm going all weird. Oh, it's making me fall. Because of this. It's not going back. Why would it not be popping back? Come on, we can figure this out. It shouldn't do anything. Okay, something else is happening because that's not even plugged in and it made us go wide. There we go. I think it's the uncrouch node, you know. And we go, we walk, and then we crouch, and then we uncrouch, and we go back to big. But if I disconnect that logic, I can see without my headset sliding down my face. Can't pop back up. It's not on crouch. It's one of these. It's one of these little things. Let's try that. That's what we got before, isn't it? I don't know why this will be changing our capsule scale though. Set relative location. VR origin. Oh, what's happening? We're crashing. Is there something in your crouch check section I see just off the edge of the screen? I think. Know what's down there, just kind of about half height is then crouching. Okay, we'll have a look in a second. I don't think I'm missing anything. Okay. No, we can't undo. Oh, I think I know which bit you're on about. You're on about this section here. No, so this is updated based on the character's height. So if you physically crouch in the real world, it'll then automatically kick in crouching. But this will need to be changed to work with this section in a little bit. So update crouching will be plugged in. So when this fires, it kind of does it here. I don't think you can do. Yeah, there's no events for doing crouching or uncrouching. So we don't need to worry about that right now. What if I could just do bypass that node? No, it still makes me a wide boy, even without those connected. I don't think I need any of this. God, it shouldn't be so confusing. So if I reset, can I just call one of those? That logic is handled by update movement method. So something in here, track movement or can we fly? Can I just be super cheeky and plug that in? I'm just plugging shit in now and hoping it works. Something. Capsule collision XY, that updates here. I am so fucking confused right now. I'm more confused because I'm not too sure what's updating the capsule width. There, it just redid it again. Something to do with this, maybe? I don't see why. It's not that one. That didn't do anything. Update capsule location. It's really frustrating. This last little thing to do with the characters. Time to start flooding log lines. Yeah. I love when that actually does work. You just throw everything in there, start deleting random shit. Yeah. Like, it's just, I don't know what's setting it. Let's try doing back to what we had. And then disconnect that. So this update's on tick. So should be able to move around, crouch, and then stand up. And then we're wide again. So it's nothing to do with this line of code at the bottom here. There's something else overriding it. And I think it's this, but we're only changing the VR origin. We're not changing the capsule width in any form. Capsule component, capsule radius is 34. Tools find. I don't think we have any references to it. That could be overriding it? Yeah. Let's spell it right. Character controller, get capsule radius. So this is everything that we've got. Time dilation, body holster, we get that, that's fine. So we've got quite a few of them in here, we know that. Track movement. This is where I just start unplugging stuff to see what actually happens. Capsule, get character component. Nope, that still made me larger, even if it is making me bounce around. Oh, I can't see. Okay. Nope, did it again. That's not going to do it. Half height. We need the half height to be reduced. Half height is the literal height. And then it's updated Externally, shift movement, climbing. What? I, honest to God, have no idea. Half height, maybe? Unless the half height radius is default 34, but we're changing that somewhere else. Ooh, I wonder if that's the thing. It's resetting back to default 34 when we've got it skinnier. Why? This is why I'm getting so annoyed with it. Spend so much time trying to figure out the little things. Why does the project have so many shaders? I made a new one in under 12 minutes. Mine's loaded. I don't know how long it took, but it's loaded. Plus, I redid mine. It's not using nanite lumen, so it had to redo all the shaders for mobile. So it'll be faster. But yeah, I'll come back to it in a minute. Sweep, sweep, that's fine. Don't know where we could be overriding it. I know I have a collision volume in there. If I go over to here, it should automatically make us crouch. If I can get into it. I don't think I can get into it. So we do this. Don't think we're reaching that tall, will we? Definitely wider. Boom. What is changing the height? Okay. What does sweep do in relative location? It sweeps the collisions across an object so you can detect whether it's actually being interacted with. It's typical. We need this in here so it can interact with walls and stop the player from moving through them. Origin. I don't get why we're not. why it's doing it at all. Crouch. Input action crouch. Save. Well, you got the one crouch. So it's not like we're doing anything anywhere else. Update capsule height. Was you even working on this, or did you randomly break it? I was technically working on it, getting the capsule height to go up and down, so we could go through the little tunnels that are in here. But the bug is that on the way back up, for some reason, it just doesn't change. Or, correction, it doesn't keep our default width of our capsule per capsule. It makes us fatter, which is rather frustrating. Like, it only does it the once, but it sets the position. But if I change our movement methods, shift, we go back to what we had, which is fine. But as soon as we crouch and stand back up, like a right little chunk, and then it changes the height as well. But I'm not too sure why it's doing that. I don't even know how to force it to reset it. There we go. It's not set relative location. I think I'm in the wrong place. I've got a feeling there's something happening somewhere else that's causing the problem. National, it's maybe something that has to do with the math in the uncrouch. It's not this. It's not related to this at all, because we're still getting it if we disconnect it. That's only changing the up down height. We're not even we're not even talking to the capsule component, which is what we're talking to. The capsule component logic happens down here. We don't change any scales or anything. See, we got bigger there as well. So, a skinny little thing, and then we crouch, and then we stand back up, and we're big. Something... it's not even this logic here. I am gonna lose it. We just need to figure out what's causing it. Oh, oh god, squeeze my skull. Okay. I plugged that in, is crouching, and then it messed up. Set world location. Capsule component instead of set relative location. But we need to change the relative location because that is a different thing. So every time this kicks in, fires, and then we're changing. Let's have a look. Whoa. Why am I going up and down? I just feel like I'm gonna vomit. Still did it. Still popped it back into being big. Okay, that kept it, but what I've done is I plugged it straight in, so we bypassed this. Something like this. No, it's not right. This is updating, that's the problem. If we are crouching, we don't want to do all of this. Oh, I think I was swinging my eye. I don't know. No, it's not the crowd stuff. Something to do with this now. It's not going to the correct height. What if... There we go, but we don't update the actual height. Um, I've got no idea if this is going to work. Okay, I'm massive. Take actual height. What the hell's going on? I don't know what's not setting correct. Okay. You there, let's see if one of these is not changing. No, it's going back to the same as what it was. That's fine. This is supposed to be a streaming playlist. I've got a feeling it's going to get the whole thing demonetized. Nope. Oh, for the love of God, what the hell's going on? Vent tick. Okay, we check. Current radius is 20. We crouch. Still 20. Stand back up. It resets to 34. Why is it resetting to 34? Why would it reset? I'm also not too sure where it's being set to 20. It's definitely bigger, isn't it? Okay. On high level with that. Crouch. Pop back. A little bit taller, but was definitely wider. And now it's set to 34 again. Something's overriding. Capsule half bite. Yeah.
I'm going to go and collect the bean.
Yeah.
Is it worth making a start on dinner so it's ready? Kind of
Yeah,
when
I'll
he
wrap
gets
up soon.
back? Then she's going to be hungry and angry.
Yeah, I'll wrap up about 20. Trying to figure this out. I'm hoping to get it done by the end of the stream. You know, like one of them edgy seat ones.
Yeah.
Finish it just before I wrap up.
You don't want to leave it as a cliffhanger.
Oh god, no, it's gonna piss me off too much.
Tune in for next time.
Ah. What could it be? What could it be? What could it be? Why would set relative location change it to 34? You try turn it off and back on again. Don't say that. I don't think that's. Let's try it. I don't think that's going to be the case though. There we go. Let's try this. We deleted the intermediate as well, so it's going to refresh everything, and then we'll see what happens there. It's just really annoying because once this is sorted, I've got to fix the ladders. Okay, 20. Crouch, still on 20. Now we uncrouch. It goes back to 34. So something is changing the capsule scale. But I can't see how. I don't think it's any of this. See, not on 0, break it, but. Yeah, still goes 34, so it's not this logic. Unless uncrouch is doing it. This stream is definitely getting demonetized. Most definitely. Okay. So that's fine. $20. The crouch node. Uncrouch is resetting it then. Oh, is it because I disconnected that one? Okay. And then we plug in the crouch node. And then uncrouch. Uncrouch function resets the character controller to 34. So after that, using the character motion controller. Yeah, we're using the character movement component. It's this little pain in the ass. Why would it be overwriting it though? Seriously. We need to use that because the character component, the character movement component has its own set of options for changing movement speed when we crouch. So it makes us slower. So how do we uncrouch and then make it set the capsule back to default? Is it capsule radius or is it capsule size that's changing? Oh, the crouch functions change the capsule component on the player, don't they? If you call crouch and uncrouch, it automatically changes the height for how far you can crouch. So if can I do something like this? I don't think it'll update. Oh shit. Oh, it's doing its own thing and then I'm doing another thing after it. That changed. And then it goes wide. And it resets it back to 34, which is the default size of a character. What was that node that I had? Was it in flying? This one. Oh shoot. I might have to just remove the crouch and uncrouch. It is real annoying. You can see I'm still moving fast now, but I stand back up in the right size. Oh, all of that and it's the uncrouch node. Shit. It wouldn't. It's not great, but if we could override it so it resets it after we uncrouch, that would work fine. If I just change the default radius to 20 and then try that. Really? I could have just changed the... That's not great though. Like... I need to rewrite. I should have kept that so I can read it. Capsule component. Capsule component. Radius. Where do I update the radius to 20? Track movement. Oh, it might be in the can fly. If we can't fly, we go down here, and then I change it to 20 here. So we need to get capsule or get components. Capsule collision. Get radius. Get capsule radius, and if we plug this into here now, it should, when we press start, default to 20. Then we can do crouch, then back up 20. And if I go into the player, and we change this back to 34, it now sets it to 34. Crouch, and then back 34. So now the developer always knows, because it's pretty much drilled into us, that if we change the capsule radius here, it's going to update it everywhere else. So now it's done in here, and it works for us. Fuck yeah. Right. So that should be, to a point, crouching and everything else working. I don't know if I can get away with just doing the crouch half height. Let's change this to like 5. Max walk speed like 50. It's going to be really slow. Do that. Just disconnect these. Whether this would actually let me crouch using the component stuff instead of adding new logic. Doesn't feel like it's working properly, like I'm off. It's crouching for sure. I think something's a little bit off, but I think it might be on the right track. Let me close this for a second. I want to delete my character settings saved, which it does automatically. Should be fine. Immediate data cache. Let's try this. Kavana, hell yeah. Gel, there we go. Symbols. It's symbols when you realize what's going on, but the fact it took us an hour is really ridiculous. Should not have taken that long. Okay. Okay. Crouch. Default of 34. Is it my room scale is off or headset position? Headset position's wrong now. So I'm in the Oculus Home and we stand fine. But when I'm in here, I'm too short. Should be fine. Crouch. National, wait, is the FPS template still open? It is, but I'm not in it. So it's still there. Also, I don't know why in these templates for 5.5 that it's always so aliased. Is it doing it by default in here? No. Okay, so we got that crouch. We are technically crouching, but now the start height isn't correct. There we go, that's the right height. I think that's it. I'm not too sure why I've got this in here. There we go. Hell yeah. And then we can tidy this up a little bit. And then we can plug this in like so. I'll save, and I can also go into Mani now. And then I can change that capsule component size back down to like 20, because it felt a little bit nicer for me. Which is awesome. So we fixed crouching. I also have process at force crouch. So I've got this one, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this. Character Mani controller. Crouch. There we go. Update crouch. We wait 1 second, and then we pop back into there. So now what I can do is I have a force crouch tunnel, which is here. Oh, I'm trying to figure out the... Force crouching. So we got force crouch. I think this is like a double collision thing. So we've got this here. There might be a better way to do this, but I just want to test it. Okay, so we've got a force crouch. We don't need it in the tunnel. And this is right by the door. And then we can have uncrouch, which is kind of in front of it. So as soon as we come out of the tunnels, we can then go through and then uncrouch. But we can have a check to say it is crouched. The reason I haven't got this going around it again is because when you overlapped other collisions, it was kind of fucking it up basically. So I'm just trying this to see if we can do something similar. So box. Actually, we could just do begin overlap. As soon as we hit that box, we just call update uncrouched. Or we do get player controller is crouching. Get player character is crouching. Crouch. True. False crouch. And then we can do is crouching no and say update crouching. If we are, it means we're already crouching, we don't have to do a message. Cool. So if the crouch is fixed, what you're doing now. So in the game Metro, so the new Metro VR game that came out, when you walk up to a tunnel like this, you don't have to press a button. It will automatically make you crouch like that. And then you can go in and you can do it. And then when you come back out, you go so far and then it uncrouches. So I don't have to press any buttons. So let me change the crouch speed. Character Manny. And then we can do movement component. Crouch movement speed, we'll set this to like 200, which should be, I think default movement speed is like 400. So we can do this. I don't know why it's all like that, because I changed the screen size. But we jump in. And then if I show you, so default crouching with the button inputs, if I can see the screen where you're at, is on the right stick. So when I click it, I crouch up and down. If I put that one down, what I can do is I can use the other controller, let me rotate around, go up to it, and then as I get there, I've got a feeling I might be lower than the thing. Oh, I made myself crouch. Wait there. So as I get up to it, it automatically makes me crouch. I can then go through the tunnels. Let's just go out the one here on the right. And then when I get out there, as long as I hit the right box, which I gotta make it close to the screen, it automatically makes me stand back up. So the player doesn't have to know about the crouch button if the developer doesn't need them to. Which will be good. Is there a setting to disable auto crouch in your menu? It's not in the menu. You just simply wouldn't put these blueprints in the level. So you would delete these and then it won't work. So this is going to detect whether the player collides with them and then activates auto crouch. So it's, if these aren't in your game, if you don't need them in your game, it won't automatically crouch the player. And then hopefully, because we're using the crouch functions from Unreal, it should hopefully stop us from doing it. Let's go. Yeah, it doesn't let me crouch when I'm in the tunnel. anyway, until I get back out, and then I can crouch again. So it's kind of like a universal crouch system. It makes it a lot easier to work with. Hopefully that makes sense. Oh, nice. Sure, but I mean for the user end. I'm not too sure what you mean. In VR, I don't like my view being changed without me changing it, and many don't, so I would disable it in game if given the option. For something like this, you wouldn't really need it, but you can set that up. So it would be just another thing in the UMG. Settings menu, widgets, master widget. It'd be deciding whereabouts we're going to put it. Movement menu. So you could have it in here, disable auto crouch. So let's say I've got toggle buttons in one of them. Duplicate. Paste. Is toggleable on. Button text. I need to create a new one and then go through that. So movement. Auto crouch. Act. Should the player automatically crouch at vents? Leave it on that. Movement, if I remove localization. Enable auto crouch. Enable auto crouch. There we go. So when it's on, what I can do is movement, button clicked. Yeah, and then I can set that up, game instance, character settings. We'll see. I really need to wrap up. Save game, character settings, movement. Enable auto crouch. Put that into the movement file. And then cool. Set enable auto crouch. That should be it. And then we update movement settings. There we go. And then plug this in. Should play auto crouch. I'll put that in there for now. What is going on? There we go. So I probably have to set this up to do it up here as well. So we set the result. I might actually leave that for now, just so I can quickly flick through everything else. And character controller, we've got this. Update crouch. So we get our VR game instance. The VR game instance. Get Set enable, get enable auto crouch. Branch. True. And then we can have that tell it when to trigger. So if auto crouch is enabled, then we can actually go through and just do that. So now, menu's going to be a bit bust, I think. Event tick. I thought I had those in there. Hopefully this doesn't mess it up. We can plug those in. Wait, what? I broke it even more. There we go, crouching's working. Okay, but we can open the menu, settings, and then we can enable auto crouch. So when I go up to it, it doesn't do it. I've got to imagine if I change it that way, one of them ways will do it. Maybe not. Which way is it defaulted? If I enable auto crouch by default on, be fine. Right, settings. Constraint. I might just leave that one there and then I can add it in. There we go. Settings. And then I can't do it. Don't know which way it's going. I can't see the thing. False. Oh, button number. That's why. I don't have it built in to say that it's on or off. So what I need to do is in this widget, blueprint widget, because the way I've got it on, goes through, is on. This toggle button true is on. Clicked. Toggle state. I don't actually have toggle state. Oh, is on. That should do it. Try that. Cool. And then in here, now I've got that one. So. And then I'm not sure which way it is. So when it's off, it's true. When it's on, it's false. So I just need to go into here and do not. And then we switch that around. You can never see when I stick this headset on. Enable true, enable false. Which is cool. And I've got some print strings in here that's causing it to fire twice. Which is a bit of a pain. Might be this one. It might just be the button because I've got it set up to change the way it is. Okay. Cool. Save. And now I need to set this up. Movement. So it's just movement. Oh, which one have I got? Text button. Oh, I don't have it set based on start. Set is on movement. Should be alright, I think. I need another event dispatcher, that's what I need. But I can't be bothered. That should be fine. And hopefully depending which one it is. Cool. Okay, now it's broke because they're all on. Yeah, I broke it. So that's not the right one. Okay, I'll fix that one next time. That'll be a bit of a quick fix. I'm kind of rushing and I'm making mistakes. Hey GDXR, where are you from? I'm from the UK. The northeast of England. You said the false not Boolean feels so nice. It works really well though. It's a nice little trick. Saves you having to do branches and then gets and then sets. Just kind of flick between them. It works really nice. Natural. The enhanced input is confusing in FPS template. Okay, let's wrap up. I've got 5 minutes. Let's close this. And then remember how it's done in here. So in here we've got browse to asset, gun, FPS template in here. How does it work? So Uncle Mode being an overlap, first person, BPI weapon, add weapon blueprint component. So we're adding that to the player. First person character, add mapping context, input mapping context default. That's fine. Move, jump, that's all good. I'm pretty sure we do have a character controller in here. Maybe not. Input actions, weapons. Uh-oh, I gotta go. I'm gonna have to go. There it is. It's in the weapon component. Blueprint weapon component. So oncoming begin overlap, we just cast to the BP weapon component, which then has all the logic in here, firing, the shooting and stuff. I don't have time to break this down, unfortunately, but it's all in there. There's nothing overly complicated. It's like 3 blueprints. Yeah. Alright guys, it's family time. I'm gonna go cook dinner. To be fair, I'll probably do another stream tomorrow. We'll get this template updated and sorted out. We'll get it uploaded for an update for tomorrow afternoon to where it is. Because I think I've only got to fix the climbing and then go from there. But yeah. Alright guys, hope you have a good night. And it was good to chat to you all and see you all again. And I will see you later on.